So let's come to Frances Sweeney. We need some answers for Philippa and everyone. Does anyone have any hope? Rays of hope.
Good morning, Rachel. This is my first success at logging on to the meeting. And hi to everybody. It's brilliant to be here. I'm in Ireland. I'm a recently retired secondary school teacher, home economics teacher. And I practice kinesiology and Reiki as a therapy for over 10 years. Philippa, my heart goes out to you because just yesterday I discovered that my own daughter, 30-year-old daughter, had her second jab. Hadn't a clue of anything about this until yesterday. Well, I kind of suspected because of the way I was feeling around her physically, and my, feeling sick, headaches. I had a flare-up of thrombosis in my leg. And then I just came out and I said, well, have you got it? And she said, well, that's a very personal question to ask me, but I knew straight away. I said, there's no point. I've seen that face too many times in your life. So she said, yes. So I said, you've been around me, I said, for what, 9 weeks now or whatever, with, carrying whatever. I said, there's a possibility of the shedding. So I was, just before this call, I was on to another friend. She's a retired nurse and she's just a mine of information in relation to papers and evidence and all that kind of stuff around the vaccines and the coronavirus. She suffers from Lyme disease herself, so she has been, at home for a few years now because of her ill health. But there is a doctor, I don't know if you've heard about him. He's called, I put it in the chat there as well, his web link, Dr. Dietrich Klinghardt. And he has a lot of, say, remedies. He has a lot of information there. He's not on social media because the very reason he's not widely known is because he doesn't want to be discredited. So there's a link there if you want to go and have a look at. He runs Zoom calls as well with information for people on a weekly basis on Thursdays, if that's any compensation. Another thing is that I have investigated into, and myself and my family who have been exposed to it, and friends who are awake, is the pine needle tea and tinctures. And I really need to start taking that myself. So there's an order on the way to me. Because of my risk of blood clotting naturally anyway from, hereditary factors in the family. So it's preventative. It's really about, boosting your immune system, taking your zinc, taking your quercetin, your vitamin D, your high doses of vitamin C. And that's because, as I said, you're going to be walking around and you don't know who's vaccinated now. It's just ironic the way it's turned on its head. Oh, beware the unmasked and the vaccinated. It was, and now it's, for those of us who, are keeping away from that stuff, we don't have any choice at the moment. It's in our family. It's come right on my doorstep into my home now, and it's how do we make the best of this now to protect ourselves and those around us.
Oh, thanks, Frances. Thanks for coming on and sharing. Yeah, this is so difficult, isn't it, when it's actually within our family. I mean, my son has got a whole rash, which looks like shingles to me, because he's been around his father. And, it is worrying. It is really worrying. Yeah. Okay, thank you for coming on. I'm going to come to Adrian John Oliver next. Hi, Adrian. Would you like to come on?